Please, just let me explain.
I'm not letting you explain, Jack. First off, this has been one of the worst nights I've had in my commissionership in Emerge. Morty's Millionaires has all the titles.
Yes,
all the gold. And if that's not bad enough, I find out that you go behind my back and book a match between Dave Davidson and Charlie Cruel. What in the hell are you thinking?
Mr. Lowe, I didn't have a choice.
You know what? You don't have a choice in this. You want to make this right by me? You're going to officiate that match between Dave Davidson and Charlie Cruel. And you're going to do it right, or you're not going to be here anymore.
What? I can't officiate a match.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. John Gates here, and to my left, the always lovely Commissioner Chris Lowe, and to my right, a very jovial and annoying A.W. Lurch.
I don't know about the annoying part, but I have been partying for the past 2 weeks.
That is why annoying. I get it. Whew. Emergence Day 5, we saw Morty and his goons. Morty's Millionaires, as you like to say.
Millionaires, yes.
Complete his predictions, and they have all of the gold, which is why A-Dub is so excited. But I am really excited because once again, you have worked your magic, and you have given us a card for Emerge 52 Cold Snap that we are going to run down tonight. Starting with our Facebook Live match, and this is something that
I had nothing to do with.
Yeah, Commissioner Chris Lowe. I usually like to talk about your thought processes when you're making a match, when you're putting that match onto paper. But this match between Charlie Cruel and Dave Davidson, you didn't book that one.
I didn't book that one, and my good friend J.B. Stewart did, and well, he'll be the special referee in this match.
I mean, I get that. I feel so sorry for the guy.
Why?
I've been watching him. He really looks up to you. He really respects you a lot, and he wants to do good by you. He sees you as some sort of a father figure.
And Commish has been putting them to work lately. I mean, have you seen the work JB's been putting in? I mean,
yeah, I see the work, and it's this Facebook Live match here between Dave and Charlie. This goes back a while since the first Fireworks and Fisticuffs 2. Dave and Charlie have seen themselves in a little bit of a rivalry, with Charlie knocking Dave out both times in both of those battle royals, the red, white, and bruise battle royals. And so that's going to be, as mad as you are about that match, it's going to be fun, isn't it?
I don't know what to think. I'm concerned, but you're right. It should be very entertaining.
And Charlie Cruel is someone who, we've seen exactly against Dave Davidson.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, it was a fluke that she even got Dave Davidson eliminated from those two battle royals. Those were both flukes. I mean, it's not going to be a fluke this time. Dave Davidson all the way for this match.
Well, Charlie Cruel also had the fortitude to actually enter those battle royals, so
that's true.
You can't sell her short.
That's true. Another match on paper that looks like it would be, completely out of just unmatched, I should say, is going to be the triple threat that you have booked, starting the show off proper between Braden Lee, Jake Carter, and J.D. Mariani. Now, this match is interesting for a few reasons. We've seen Braden Lee already with a pinfall victory over Jake Carter, but I think the most interesting thing to me is the dynamic in this match. We have two blue chippers here between Braden Lee and Jake Carter. I mentioned before on a previous live stream that these two guys are not only the future of Emerge, they're the future of professional wrestling, against J.D. Mariani, who may not have the exact speed against them, but what he does have is size and experience, Lurch.
That's right. J.D. Mariani, the Mastodon, has been swinging that Mastodon trunk around on the backs of young wrestlers for years and years, and we're looking at Braden Lee and Jake Carter getting in the middle of the ring with the Mastodon.
Lurch is going to hate this, but somebody who needs taught a little bit of respect is Braden Lee, Commish.
You don't agree, Lou?
Well, what about Jake Carter? Jake Carter's always butting his nose in everybody else's business. What about him, too? I mean, they both deserve the lesson.
Jake Carter is the definition of heart, Lurch, and he is definitely going to have to show that in that triple threat match if he wants to come out on top. But before we get to the rest of this card, we just want to send you over to our good friends over at Columbus Bar. If you happen to stop in, tell them Emerge sent you.
Columbus Bar in downtown is your home for daily $3.50 powerhouse beers and great food. Located at 322 4th Street, the CB is one of Indiana's oldest continually operating restaurants and bars, and Columbus, Indiana's first brewery since the Civil War. Powerhouse Brewing Company champions its friendly service and great prices. Call 812-375-8800. Check them out online at thecb.powerhousebrewingco.com.
And another big thank you to our friends over at the Columbus Bar for their message there. You know what? I am so glad that you're hanging out with Morty and you're partying with them because you have just left me there at the Columbus Bar this entire time. Me and my friends, we go out there to hang out now. They don't leave me hanging out and dry. But it's okay. Another group of people who might be going to the Columbus Bar to celebrate are going to be the winners of the Emerge 2019 awards that we're going to be giving out at Emerge 52 Cold Snap. And you have a lot of tough choices ahead of you.
You're not kidding, John. We are going to be honoring the best of Emerge of 2019.
Yeah, the best of the best. And speaking of, Emerge yearly winners, one match that you have booked for Emerge 52 Cold Snap features a former Match of the Year winner in Jeremy Hadley. And he is going up against indestructible Calvin Tankman.
Are you kidding me? He just had to go up against Justin Kyle, and now Calvin Tankman?
I think that's an interesting point, Lurch, because Jeremy Hadley has had to overcome big obstacles the last few months in Justin Kyle, in J.D. Mariani, and Calvin Tankman is no different there.
I mean, I can't believe this. I mean, February 1st, Cold Snap, Jeremy Hadley versus Calvin Tankman. Please tell me at least the assistants can be involved in this match, Commish.
I mean, I hope not.
Well, they're not going to be involved, but I imagine they'll be ringside.
That's what I mean, assisting.
But Calvin Tankman, as we saw in a video sent to the Emerge Wrestling page here on Facebook, after his big victory against J.D. Mariani, he still has his sights set on Emerge Gold, on the Emerge Championship, and what a victory this would be for him over, Match of the Year winner Jeremy Hadley, former Emerge Champion, Triple Crown winner Jeremy Hadley.
A win for either of these men in this match would do great things for their title opportunities.
And I think it's fair to say that Jeremy Hadley needs this victory.
It wouldn't hurt him.
It would not hurt him. And the next match that we have on this wonderful card that you have booked here is a peculiar one because it has Custom Made defending their newly won tag championships against Hysteria. That's right. Cole Radrick and Sage Phillips. And it's an interesting thing when you try to explain this.
Well, that's because Mortimer Blankenship III, I'm going to give it to him. He is a tactician. He's very intelligent. And when he got the title matches signed for Emergence Day 5, there was a clause in those contracts.
That's right. I actually have the clause right here.
Wonderful.
Mortimer actually let me borrow his briefcase, and I have the contract right here that says, if Custom Made wins the Emerge Tag Team Championships, there will be no rematch. There is a no rematch clause against High Caliber.
And I didn't mean to snoop over your shoulder there. There were no rematch clauses for any of those matches.
That's correct.
So, Cole Radrick doesn't get to, go after Daniel Eads again for the Outbreak Championship. But what he does get to do is go after Custom Made with his tag partner, Sage Phillips. And we've seen them here before in Emerge.
Yeah, in the first few years of Emerge, they tagged together frequently. Very fast, very dynamic, very talented, and they should have put up quite the fight against Custom Made.
That's very tricky of you, Commissioner. That's very tricky.
Actually, it was Cole Radrick that came to me, and I thought it was a pretty good idea.
Cole Radrick is, pretty good ideas don't come to that man very often. But if
they do. They do.
Right, I was going to say, if he wants an even better idea to get gold around his waist again, he would head on over to the Columbus Supplement Store and get himself a little fix before that match with Custom Made. And here is a message from them. Tell them that Emerge sent you.
What's going on, guys? Columbus Supplement Store just opened up. I'm actually from Columbus, Indiana. I actually grew up, and I went to Columbus North High School. We carry a wide variety of supplements, and we sell everything at the lowest pricing we're legally allowed to sell it at. If you guys just want to come in, try some free products, we also do have free samples. Hope to see you guys soon.
Once again, we just want to thank our friends over at the Columbus Supplement Store for that special message. And speaking about jacked up dudes, we did just want to say that Justin Kyle, even though he doesn't have a match, he is going to be in attendance, and that's basically because nobody wants to face the guy.
Well, you've seen Justin Kyle in action.
I mean, we're right next to the ring. Trust me, we see him.
Finding a match for Justin Kyle can be difficult at times. We're working on it.
They're working on it. And another match that you're working on a little bit is the situation with High Caliber, right?
Yeah, of course at Emergence Day 5, Mr. Caliber suffered a knee injury. We're going to be hearing from him, I understand, shortly.
Yeah, and we actually do have Chris Caliber on the line right now with with that beautiful magic that we have going on. Chris, we want to welcome you to the live stream card reveal. How you doing right now?
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. I'm a little beat up, but I'll be all right.
I understand that you wanted to, kind of speak to him a little bit.
Chris, how is the knee?
The knee's really sore. It kind of buckled on me there about mid-match, and I tried to keep going the best I could, but, I mean, you guys saw the results of it.
We saw the results. We saw those tag team championships going to the penthouse with Morty, baby. We did see that result.
I mean, what I saw was pure anguish, pure tragedy, pure heartbreak. Chris, your screams, they were heart-wrenching. Are you sure the knee is okay?
This isn't anything I haven't been through before. I mean, this knee's been a problem for a long time. Had multiple surgeries on it, all that. I mean, I'm good to go. If I tell you I'm good to go, I'll be good to go. I'm going to rest it, I'll ice it up, and we'll do what we got to do to go on the next Emerge show.
Well, there you have it then. I suppose High Caliber will be in action. Unfortunately, I don't have an opponents yet. There are a few teams we're looking at. I just wanted to see how your situation was with your knee before we proceeded. But you will have a match.
All right. I look forward to it, and pass on to Donnie Idol that I'll pull my weight this time around, I promise.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Chris, for stopping in to the live stream reveal. Hope the knee actually is doing well for you. But then other than that, you have a great rest of your evening.
Hey, you guys have a good night.
And moving on to the rest of the card, speaking about that clause we were talking about earlier, Cole Radrick may not be able to go up against Daniel Eads one more time for that Outbreak Championship. He will be defending that championship, though. He will be defending it against the demigod, Paragon.
Paragon? Shouldn't this be Bret Haddock's shot at it? I mean, he won the three-way that Paragon was in.
Indeed, but let's be frank. Bret Havoc had a pretty rough 2019. Now, 2020's been great for Bret, but he's going to need a few more victories, in my estimation, to become eligible for title contention. On the other hand, we have Paragon. He's only suffered one pinfall loss in Emerge.
He's only taken one pinfall loss, Lurch. I mean, this is a man who is one of the hottest rising stars here in Emerge. And that pinfall loss, might I remind you, is from Jeremy Hadley. A former Emerge champion. We've already talked about Triple Crown winner, all of this stuff. And his security, they were involved as well. So I think it's a fantastic pick. This is a land of opportunity, as you will, and Paragon is one of those people who can definitely show what he has, going for that prestigious championship. You were kind of talking to me before recording this live stream tonight that Cole Radrick's reign really did add a lot of value to that already prestigious.
He elevated the title.
Yeah,
He
but
really
doesn't that Outbreak Championship look so good around Daniel Eads' waist? I mean, come on now. Come on. You know that looks the best on the Man of Tomorrow, Daniel
I'm not
Eads.
going to lie. It looks very impressive, Lurch.
It does look very impressive, but if your car or something like that gets dinged up and you want that to look impressive, you know where you should go?
Where's that?
To our friends over at Positive Performance. If you do happen to stop in, just tell them that Emerge sent you.
Trust Positive Performance for your auto repair and maintenance needs. Located at 364 South Mapleton Street in Columbus, we work on all makes and models. Anything from basic maintenance to major repairs. The only thing we don't do are alignments. Positive Performance has proudly served the Columbus area since 2011. That's positiveperformance1.com, 812-372-1233. That's positiveperformance1.com.
And just one more thanks to our friends over at Positive Performance for that message. And continuing this fantastic card that we're running down, it transitions beautifully because you were just mentioning, Brett to get to where Brett thinks he deserves to be, and where Lurch definitely thinks he deserves to be. He needs a little bit more victories, a little bit more good victories, I should say, and he has the chance for that February 1st at Cold Snap, because Brett Havoc will be taking on the handicapped hero Gregory Iron. I am so excited to see him back in an Emerge ring.
Wow, former Emerge champion Gregory Iron to take on beautiful Brett Havoc. That would be a quality victory for Brett Havoc. I do like that choice.
It certainly would be a quality victory. It would definitely be his biggest non-title victory, and certainly
without question, it could potentially open some very interesting doors for Brett's career. Let's just say that.
Yeah, you're a man that
new chapters
is good to impress you, I should say. But
might even get a sequel out of it. You never know.
We've talked a lot about Brett. If he is able to be victorious, and that's because Greg, he's just fantastic. One of the best that I've seen in an Emerge ring. There's a reason he was Emerge champion for so long. Brett Havoc definitely has a task ahead of him against Gregory Iron there, Commissioner.
Without question. Whoever wins this match is going to deserve the victory, but if Brett Havoc can pull this off, again, it would be a huge victory.
A huge victory indeed there for Brett. And we have one...
And Brett deserves it.
It's okay, Lurch. We have one more remaining match left, and oh boy, what a match it is. We're going to be seeing Jordan Cage defend his Emerge championship against Ricky Ruckus. I mean, I'll admit, Ricky put you in a tough position. In front of, 500, 600 roaring fans, to a fantastic reception. Ricky demanding a title shot that I personally think he deserves. Against your boy, July, Fireworks and Fisticuffs 2, Ricky had that Battle Royal victory.
I don't know about that. I don't know. All I know is I saw Jordan Cage's arms raised at the end. Jordan Cage celebrated. Jordan Cage got the Emerge Championship opportunity, and well...
And look, and honestly, look where that has gotten Jordan Cage. And, Commissioner, I would be remiss to say that Ricky isn't... I don't want to say jealous. That's not the right word, but the Emerge Championship is something that has eluded Ricky Ruckus his entire career.
Well, what's sticking in Ricky's craw is the fact he thought he'd be Emerge champion by now, well into several months into his reign. Going back to what you said earlier, he didn't really put me in a tough spot. Yes, I don't like being called out in front of so many people, but he had a point, and he's certainly worthy of a title shot.
I mean, this is a man who is a pillar of Emerge wrestling. He's been the favorite man at Emerge. He's been the most hated man at Emerge.
He's an Emerge original.
Emerge original. And it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen there.
Mortimer, be prepared. Get out study the tapes. Study as much as you can. Allow Picture Perfect Jordan Cage the best opportunity at this challenge. And please, just beat the face in a Ricky Ruckus on February 1st. Please, Jordan Cage.
Beat the face in a Ricky Ruckus like they did to Rhino. All of his men, all of his goons.
Look, this is a different year. This is 2020. Jordan Cage, by the way, still has that Emerge Championship. It's not Rhino versus Ricky Ruckus. It's Jordan Cage. He's going to defend it and hold on to it the rest of the year.
I mean, like you said, it is 2020, and we started off with possibly my favorite Emerge show in history, with Emergence Day 5, and we are not slowing down with Emerge 52 Cold Snap, February 1st, 2020. Just a reminder, our Facebook Live match for that night, we're going to be seeing Dave Davidson against Charlie Cruel.
This is J.B. Stewart's fault. That's all I got.
Okay.
Nice one, JB.
This is J.B. Stewart's fault, but we're going to be seeing Braden Lee, Jake Carter, and J.D. Mariani in a triple threat match.
That's right. My man Braden Lee, he can pull off any move from anywhere in the building. And Jake Carter, you better get your nose out of everybody else's business and watch out for those Mastodon trunks.
Yeah, watch out for that big man. But another big man that somebody should be watching out is going to be Calvin Tankman, because we're going to be seeing him go up against former Emerge champion, Triple Crown winner, Jeremy Hadley.
Of course, Jeremy coming off that tough loss to Justin Kyle at Emergence Day 5. He's got quite the challenge ahead of him in Calvin Tankman.
He does have quite the challenge, and thanks to a little bit of a loophole with a contract that Morty just had to have if they won, whatever. A little bit of a loophole. We're going to be seeing Custom Made defend their newly won tag team championships against Cole Radrick, Sage Phillips, Hysteria.
Yeah, loophole or not, I don't care. This is not the day. This is not going to be Hysteria's day. I know they're coming for that tag team championship goal like they do across the country, but not against Custom Made, not against Morty.
Not against Custom Made or not against Morty. And going from the team who won that tag team gold last month, or January, we just got word tonight. Chris Caliber is good.
He's good to go.
He's good to, or he says he's good to go. You still have something to do here. You still have to book High Caliber in a match.
Right, High Caliber will be in action. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we've got 2 to 3 teams I'm looking at. They will have an opposition.
And, I mean, Commissioner is great at scouting the talent, scouting the best talent here, and that is no different in this next match. Daniel Eads, new Emerge Outbreak champion, is going up against the demigod, Paragon.
Yeah, he's going up against Paragon, as we've discussed, but, man, that beautiful Outbreak championship is going to stay on Daniel Eads. We're going to go to the yacht. We're going to go to the penthouse, and this should still be Brett's match. Let's be honest.
I was, the entire time you're going through that, I was surprised you didn't mention Brett, but you did. So, speaking of Brett is going to have a task ahead of him against Gregory Iron.
Brett Havoc, to me, it seems like he's starting to get on a roll, and Gregory Iron, of course, a former Emerge champion, would be great competition for Brett Havoc.
That would be a quality win, and somebody who knows a little thing about quality wins is Jordan Cage, defeating Rhino last month at Emergence Day 5. He is going to be going up against Ricky Ruckus.
That's right. Jordan Cage kicked out of the Gore in January 4th against Rhino. And, yeah, Ricky Ruckus, you better watch out. This is picture-perfect Jordan Cage. This isn't your everyday, run-of-the-mill competitor we're talking about. This is picture-perfect Jordan Cage. Your Emerge champion.
Yeah, run-of-the-mill competitor. This is not a run-of-the-mill promotion. Emergence Day 5 proved that Emerge Wrestling is not only the best wrestling in Indiana, not only the best wrestling here in the Midwest, it's the best wrestling in the world. And Emerge 52 Cold Snap on February 1st is going to prove that much further. What a fantastic card you have. We do have a free match at the end of this live stream. It's going to be the match where Daniel Eads was victorious over Cole Radrick in that fantastic Outbreak Championship match. Just a reminder, we are going to have our Emerge 2019 awards February 1st at Cold Snap, and right before that free match, here's a message from our good friends over at Greenlight Auto.